So, you know when you have a clear picture of how you want something to turn out? You work hard to make it come true. You move the right pieces at the right time, hoping to achieve your vision. Only for things to go horribly different in the end. Well, this is exactly what happened while I was making the last episode of the series. Things didn't go at all how I hoped, and everything ended rather quickly. It was an underwhelming end for a series I spent so much time working on. From the very first few episodes of this arc, my plan was to conclude everything by doing a raid inside my base. This would have been a great ending for the series, and a fun way to reclaim this world. There were supposed to be waves and waves of enemies storming the castle. Maybe we would lose some villagers in this chaos, but support would come to our aid at the last minute. Vaxes would show up at some point, but this time I would dispose of them with ease. And at the very end, the last enemy standing would have been an evoker. We fight, I kill them, and we take back our base. The reality, though, was much less interesting. The raid itself took almost 1 hour. It was boring as hell, and they never breached the castle. Most of them got stuck in snow outside, and more than once I had to fly around the mountain looking for them. And when I least expected, it ended. Just like that, I won. But hey, this is not all bad. When I created this world, one of my goals was to emulate real history, and more often than not, we don't get a satisfying payoff in the end. The real world is filled with moments like this. Tragedies happen, people suffer, and monsters don't get the punishment they deserve for their crimes. At least here, I got my base back. So there's a lot to celebrate. Julius was never seen again. So, just like that, I am done with the Garden Awakens period. And now we are in the Spring to Life period, or the 1.21.5 update, which is very fitting because, you know, after everything we've been through, we got a new beginning with the Spring to Life. Ouch. I forgot they did that. Anyway, I was up here because I wanted to show... do I have any way to get up there now? Thanks, goat. Take them out of here. Alright. So, we're gonna head back home now, or back to the castle finally. And we're gonna leave that build behind for now. That's where I spent the last 400 days. And I built a lot of stuff there I didn't show on video just yet. I'm going to do a little tour next episode, and I'm going to show that in detail, and possibly share a world download of this area, so you guys can check it out if you'll want. Right now we're going to head back home, which is in that direction over there, because I have a little gift here to, you know, to bring back to the castle. If you're wondering about, you know, all the storytelling, all the story behind, you know, this is the observer who is, you know, has been observing what's going on here with the whole story of reclaiming this world here from the Pillagers. I should say reclaiming the kingdom from the Pillagers, and right now there's no one to take the throne, as you just saw. The dynasty is over, after all. So, for now, this little guy here will be in charge, and he will be, you know, like the king regent, while the rest of the story unfolds. Next arc, we'll be moving back to Minecraft Alpha, which, in case you don't know, that's if you think of like a timeline, that's the past of my world. And this here is the present. It works on a couple levels, if you think about it, because I actually started playing the game in 2020. So there's about 10 years of Minecraft's history that I don't know about. And I thought it would make more sense if I was exploring the past versions this way as a time traveler. I guess it kind of makes sense. This is spawn, and can I? Yep. Did I get it? Yep. Player head. Yeah, there's a command block behind here, and we're gonna take this home. This is not important, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Enderman statue. I need some food. It should be enough. So the next arc, like I said, we're going to be back in Alpha. And it's a version of the game that does not have mods, or at least not the mods that I normally use for, you know, for the kind of videos that you just watched. So I think the way I'm gonna record those videos will be a little different. I will still be focusing on storytelling mostly, but you know, maybe it will feel a little more like a let's play. I'm really excited to get back to Alpha. I had to take a little break for two reasons. First is that I really wanted to get back to this world and try to finish, or at least continue working on this base here, because I spent so much time in this world and I had so many projects that I never finished. So this was a way for me to try to reconnect. And the second reason is because I want this base here to be like a hub. And from here, we're going to be jumping to the past and jumping to maybe other worlds. To, yeah, of course. I'm going to be jumping to other worlds and jumping to the past quite often. But we always return here. And as we see all of the progress and all of the things that happened, expand the space to show, you know, all the things that we've been up to. So here in the castle, not much has changed since the last world tour, so I'm not gonna show every little thing here. I would prefer to keep it short. What I have here are paintings that I made, and we're gonna be adding those to our base to celebrate these characters. That's one of them, and that's to honor Michelangelo, the founder. So this may look familiar to you. These are based on real-world paintings, and I just adapted it to fit the narrative of this world here. So I had a lot of fun making those. I've been working on them for quite a while, and I'm really glad I can finally add them to this world. So this is where Michelangelo's painting will be. So as you enter the castle, one of the first things you see will be this. Next one is Ptolemy, and we're gonna take the stairs up here to the bedrooms. And here is Ptolemy's chamber. Back in the day, this used to be my room. And we're gonna add this one. By the way, this one's called the Starry Field. It's a mix of two paintings by Van Gogh. And we got this one in his old bedroom. So this is where this one will stay. So the third one, we're gonna go outside. Right here to the hospital wing. And this is for Florence. It's actually like that. It's called the mop with the ender pearl earring. You can see the ender pearl right there. Then we're gonna go back to the castle to place painting number 4 here in our local library. Or, you know, I call it a reading room because this is far from being a library, but you know, at least far from what I have in mind. The horn. For painting number 5, we go back here behind the kitchen, here in this hidden office. And we're gonna place that right here. This is for Frida. And lastly, we're gonna go underground. This is an area of my castle that it's been under construction for a very long time, as you can see. Scaffolding everywhere. I just gotta dig all this out. And it will take a long time. But now I have the resources because I have have better equipment, so it shouldn't be too bad. This is to represent Vlad, the last, well, the second to last king, if we count Julius. He doesn't get a painting just yet. I'm still working on his. Yeah, that's the last one. And here, by the way, this is the underground area. It's connected to the hospital wing. So we got the quarantine room here where we keep zombie villagers. So this concludes this arc, or this season, however you want to call it. They were a lot of work to make, but I had a blast making them. It was so much fun. It felt really great to revisit this world and continue with the projects I left behind. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed watching it. Now, before we move to Minecraft Alpha, which I said was going to be our next adventure, I'll be releasing a tour video of the creaking base. I will go in detail to show all the things I built there. There might also be a download with a minigame for you to explore and find some secrets, maybe? If I can make this work, which shouldn't be the hardest thing to do, right? So, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the members of the channel also. Your support is very much appreciated. I'll see you soon, and bye-bye.